Andre Cisco says they quit. And this was after a moment of reflection. And this isn't like in the heat, like he's showered, he's changed. He even says, I'm not sure how I want to say this. He thought about and then he said it. And then Doug Peterson says, I don't think he's pointing fingers at anybody. And I haven't talked to Cisco. I don't see any need to about that comment. Is that an issue for you? Does that surprise you or not?
Doug said that?
Yeah, that was his reaction to it.
Yeah, a little bit because, if I'm hearing my players talking about quitting, then I'm wondering, is he the only guy that feels that way? What about the other guys? Did he see any of it?
Is
on
it
the
showing
field?
up on film?
Right. On Monday we talked to him and he said, well, I haven't, I think I asked him about it then too. I don't think, he said the players are off today, so I haven't talked to them yet or whatever. So I expected on Wednesday him to have something from that and to not. Now, that's just him saying that. He may have talked to him, and he just doesn't want to put that dirty laundry out, publicly.
It's already out.
Well, he does. Maybe he doesn't want to say, "Yeah, look, I talked to Andre and I told him you can't say that crap."
Well, I think that is more understandable. Like, I think most coaches in that circumstance, when a guy kind of breaks the code of silence from the locker room, they'll say, hey, let's just keep it in-house. And if Doug Peterson got up there and said, look, without getting into the details of why he said that, just,
right.
Those kind of comments are better kept internal.
He's been doing this long enough
to
know the politically correct way to do this, saying we've addressed it, it's addressed as well as it's going to be addressed, move on.
Because it just feels like then if it pops up again, you go, well, you didn't think it was necessary to address it, to talk about it, like, or just to even see, well, what are you seeing? Maybe that we're not seeing, and some people said, well, that's because he agreed with Andre Cisco. And
he may have.
Even if he did, though, I feel like it's even more imperative almost to say, hey, look, man, once you start putting that narrative out there in the players, and that is finger pointing. It's not calling one guy out.
He did include himself in it, too.
He did. Sure he did.
But
okay.
This is a couple weeks ago, we were dealing with a story where someone is willing to write the locker room is turning away from Doug Peterson. He's losing the locker room. So when you guys go in there, virtually everyone you talk to, it's going to be what's going on with Doug in the locker room. Like, what is the relationship between Doug and the locker room? When you guys get in there, after Cisco says what he says, everyone's going to ask everyone they interact with, have y'all quit? Right? Every player in the room is going to have to deal with that question. Have you quit? Who's quit? What is he talking about? Right? Like, this is the reality of the situation.
At least they should have to deal with it.
Right. The head coach going to the podium and saying, no, I don't need to talk to him about it. What? Everyone else is going to talk to them about it.
If they were in Jacksonville, yes.
Yeah.
But them being over there, Brent Martineau's the only guy over there, except for, at this point in the week, the Times Union's not over there. Gene Fournette is arriving Friday. Demetrius Harvey was there over for last game, and he came back, I think, Tuesday. So, the only local media is Brent Martineau with Action News Jax over there, and he's got all kinds of stuff he's got to fill, and he's asking guys about it. But if they had been in Jacksonville, without question, we would have been in there on Monday asking it. We would definitely still be asking it on Wednesday. It would be a topic all week. That and Trevor Lawrence's "this team has to stop being so fragile" comment.
Right.
We would have been all over that all that week, but it's the unfortunate circumstance that they're in London, and most of us who cover the team are back here.
All right, so it's midweek. Coordinators spoke today, okay? And we'll try to bring some of that audio out. But here's first question to Ryan Nielsen today. How do you fix the defense? Play hard and play together. That's the message. Play hard every play and play together. Do our job on every snap. Play as hard as we possibly can. In the span of 3 sentences, he used the phrase, how do you fix it? Play hard.
Play hard.
That's the fix. If you're already playing hard, that doesn't become the fix.
Yeah, who quit?
Right? I mean, so who has not been playing hard? When you come out and use the first 2 words are play hard, and then he repeats them 2 more times. How do you fix the defense? Play hard.
Let me just say this, and I'm not defending Ryan Nielsen on this, but that's the kind of answers and stuff that he gives us pretty much every week. It's not, specifics. Remember, this is the guy who said they have no depth chart. There's no depth chart. Everybody's equal. That's the kind of stuff
he's committed to it.
He always dances, not dances, but he always answers the questions when we ask specific questions with answers along those lines. Oh, we just got to coach it better. Oh, we just got to make sure we're where we're supposed to be, or that kind of stuff. So, but yeah, look, here's the funny thing about that is, like, what you want in your locker room is you want players to call out other players when the effort isn't there, okay? Or when the level of play that they can play at is not there. That's what you want out of your locker room leaders. You want them to be able to do that because that's how your locker room grows together and becomes cohesive or whatever it is. But the problem is you have to be a guy who's playing at a pretty high level.
Correct.
To call those guys out.
And who is that on defense, right? Couple of guys, handful of guys. Josh, Ventrell Miller's too young to be the call you out guy.
Correct.
Almost has to be Josh Hines Allen.
It would have to be Josh Hines Allen
because Foye is not playing.
Right.
Tyson's not playing.
Exactly.
These are supposed to be your leaders.
Maybe Trayvon, but I don't. But that's not necessarily. I don't think
it's
that's
not his
him.
personality.
Yeah, it isn't.
But
which
means if he were to do something like that. And I think Trayvon does play hard.
He does.
Right?
He does.
Sometimes doesn't play with the best technique, right? He doesn't always. Sometimes relies on the bull rush too much. But I think he expends.
He is never
energy
ever
and effort.
Not going to be a high effort guy. But when it's Cisco calling that everybody out, there's an element of, wait, you're calling us out? You're calling us out. You haven't played great this year at all. You got the interception.
Right.
Good for you. He lollipopped that. I mean, there are guys, if you hadn't caught that, that would have been an even more damning statement.
Right.
But, you can't be a guy who's playing at the level they are in the back end, calling guys out.
Yeah,
Publicly,
right. Because I do think there's a difference between playing well and playing hard, right? I mean, playing hard doesn't cost you anything.
No.
Correct.
Effort. Everyone should be able to play hard. Not everyone's always going to play well. And if you're playing hard, that is, I mean, ultimately, these guys are paid for performance. But I think what the team owes you, and people say, why do I keep giving this to this team? Why do I give my emotion and my money and my time and all this? I think the only thing a team owes you is to give full effort. Right. And that's what, and that comes from the front office giving full effort. Are they going to make mistakes? Yes. Coach, I'm not absolving current people. I'm just saying, as a general rule, front office, coaching, players, all of them are going to make mistakes. You're going to have to live with some level of that. But are you getting, guys with their nose to the grindstone, working their ass off, trying to improve as much as they can, attention to detail? That's been a problem.
And here's the thing, too. It's irrelevant what your record is for that to happen. It's irrelevant. You could be 0-15, 0-16, heading into that last week. You're a professional football player.
Agreed.
You play hard. That is your job. So it doesn't matter 1-5, 1-6, whatever the hell it is. Okay? You don't need to be motivated. You shouldn't need someone in there motivating you. You're a professional football player. Do your job and play hard.
Hey, Mia here, and thanks so much for watching 1010XL Jaguars. For even more coverage of the Big Cats, be sure to subscribe to 1010XL Jaguars.